Hi everyone, Diana here. This is a message and maybe a prediction or two for the month of October 2017. I have to tell you a story first. You know, I'm a bit of a storyteller and like to tell stories. And this is about how I prepare for these videos and what happened this time when I tried to prepare. I thought I would be taping yesterday, so the day before yesterday, when I go to bed at night, when I go to sleep, I always ask for the messages to be downloaded to me while I'm sleeping, not to wake me, however, and to let me then recognize them in the morning. And then in the morning, after my morning meditation, I will start journaling, and in that journaling out will come the messages for this week, or in this case, this month. Well, nothing came, and I said, okay, I'm just not supposed to tape the next day. So I said, all right, I'll put it off a day. I try to give myself some leeway in there. Well, now I'm down to the last minute, and I said, okay, I have got to make the tape today, but what is it I'm going to say? And I would ask my spirit guide, Philip, fill me with information. And I wasn't getting anything until I finally got it. So here's the month of October, and I hope you find this as amusing as I have. The month of October is expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. It's not possible to make predictions, accurate ones, for the month of October because that which we expect is not going to happen. There's going to be a lot of upheaval in the month of October. There's going to be a lot of absolute craziness going on. And the best thing we can do really is probably laugh about it, but also take that which needs to be taken seriously, that which is laughable, laugh about it. The other really important thing for October is it is extremely important that we all take care of ourselves. Um, a lot of people are very tired. A lot of people are burned out, worn out, and that you can't do that. You've got to remember we're in this life for the long haul. So pay attention to your bodies, pay attention to your minds, pay attention to your stress level. When you need to take time away, do. When you need a vacation, take one if you can. Even if it's only a half a day where you just go out and sit in nature. You go sit in the park or something. Even if you're in New York City, Central Park, if you can get to Central Park, it is a beautiful park. And just go and be there. And there are places of the park that aren't as noisy and as busy as others. So just go be out in nature wherever you are in the world. That's a vacation. So this is about this week or this month. Expect the unexpected. Take care of yourself. And I want to tell you why it's so hard, this month is unpredictable, so to speak. The future is liquid. We are creating it every day with our individual thoughts. We're creating our world, and with our collective thoughts, we're creating the greater world. And if we're on this train, and most of us pretty much stay on the same train or the same type of train. We may get off that train and get on another one, but it'll be going in the same direction. But when we make a curve, that changes the direction we're going in. And so this month, there's a strong possibility of major curves coming about. But at this time, as you and I sit together, it's not certain. I think it has a lot to do with American politics, which will affect the whole world. So wherever we are in the world, smile, get some rest. Don't take that which is said out here personally into your own heart. It says more about the other than it does about you. At the same time, I want to remind you that unconditional love doesn't mean there are no boundaries. Unconditional love means we start with loving ourselves unconditionally. And once we do that, we are then able to recognize that we need to set boundaries, healthy ones, in our lives. And then we set boundaries for others. We do hold people accountable for their actions toward us and toward all of humanity. So this is the time that we do want to remember what is for the good of all life. And that which is for the good of life is where we want to put our thoughts, our prayers. We also want to take, we forget that it's not that we forget, it's that it's very difficult at times to say a prayer for those who have harmed us or others. We need to hold all in prayer and love and meditation. And when I say prayer, I'm not talking a religion. I'm not talking about, I'm saying whatever your religion or your spiritual beliefs are, say a prayer in that vein. My prayer, for example, might simply be saying, I bless you and I send you love. That's a prayer. So this month, it's going to take a lot of good prayers going out there. And maybe we can really make the curve, instead of going away from the goodness of humanity, bring that curve back in where that masculine and feminine can marry for the greater good of all. That starts with each of us in our lives. For those of you who are new, thank you for coming. And for those of you I see all the time, thank you so much for coming back and for subscribing to my work. And I love your comments. Thank you. The comments below. I do eventually get around to answering each one or commenting on each one. And sometimes I read them as soon as they're up on my phone, but I may not get to the computer to answer them immediately. So thank you for them. Do keep sending them. So this is our Oracle book. Every page has a different message on it. And so we just flip through to get a message from Philip. And for those of you who have written to say how helpful this book is, where can I get my copy, or where can I get a copy? Amazon.com has it, or my website below you can order through. So you've taught me to use this book every morning when I'm journaling. I ask for a message from this book, and then flip through, and it's really astounding how accurate it is, or how much the message is meaningful. So we're going to just flip through. So get your thinking caps on, left or right. Your intuitive caps, I should say, not your thinking caps. So left or right. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I'm hearing right, but we'll see what the left says. Yeah, I'm going to read the left too, but here's our message. The world you see represents your thoughts. As you change your thoughts, so will you change the world. The world you see represents your thoughts. As you change your thoughts, so will you change the world. Oh, my friend, that is so important. That is so important. So we can't get angry. We can get angry, but then we have to work that anger through rather than spilling that out into the world and the universe. We really need to take a look at what our thoughts are. When we're fearful, stop and say, what am I really afraid of? You know, I have a client whom I just think the world of, and I love the way this client does the homework and works so hard, because this client, when I said the client was afraid of having some issues and was afraid that those issues would hurt him. And it was, what are you really afraid of? And he said, when I look at what I'm really afraid of, I'm afraid of being afraid. And you know, I had that come up so many times. So really look at what you're afraid of, because it's not about squishing it down. It's not about running away from it. It's about facing it. And when we face it, we're able to replace it with love. We're able to take that fear and say, okay, you know, you're there. I got it. But I'm going to look at you a little deeper, and then I think I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to replace you with love, with non-fear, because I don't like feeling fear. Got it? All right? So I'll read that one more time. The world you see represents your thoughts. As you change your thoughts, so will you change the world. That's what this whole month is about. It is so important for us to keep our thoughts on love. Again, we love the teenager, but we hold them accountable. So it's not about stopping speaking out. If you want to speak out about an issue, continue to do so, but do so in love, not anger. Do so with the thought in mind, this is going to be healed. If you have an illness, say thank you. I spoke with a client earlier today who said that her mantra was, God is healing me. And when she and I spoke at a previous time, I said, let's put that in the present. God is healing me. Well, she's going through major radiation treatments, and so she changed her mantra to God, what is going to heal me, to God is healing me in the present. Your thoughts are creating that. When there's a lack of money, change the thought from there's a lack of money to thank you for all of this abundance. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirit. Thank you. And jump up and down and dance with the deep gratitude for all that you have. Because your thoughts that you have change your private world. And guess what? That private world changes the whole big world, including my world. Let's create those individual, beautiful worlds of love, reaching out for each other, holding one another's hands. We can do this, and that's what will create the bigger world. That's what will keep the wars from happening when we keep surrounding our world with peace, when we keep making our private worlds greater and greater. That helps. That's what creates the pathway. We can do this. I want to give you what the left one said just real quickly. To know God better, know yourself better. And that kind of goes along with what we've been saying. To know God better, know yourself better. I love you, my friends. I thank you so much for being with me today. I want you to have a fabulous, loving, fun October. Remember, just expect the unexpected. We don't know what's coming. We're creating it. And that tells me that this is a month of really strong creation. Create love in every action. Create love. Remember, love. It's a verb. I love you, my friends. I'm so glad we've been together today. Thank you for receiving my love. Thank you for loving me. See you next week.